you had mentioned specifically like creative themes or sales events that we can merchandise the site with, but I also think it's having a really strong brand as well, because sometimes the sales event isn't necessarily the right message to have either, right? So I think understanding what the experience is in your showroom, and again, that's your physical showroom, your virtual showroom, and what the experience is that you're putting out there with your advertising. We want that all to align so that people are having this cohesive experience and really understand what to expect from your dealership and your staff when shopping with you. And everybody can put a price point on their website or in their advertising, right? So I think when it comes to creative concepts, when it comes to the brand and developing real tangibles that are outside of a price point, why does somebody want to shop with you minus the low lease point? Because that is really what's helping consumers make their decisions now, that convenience and what is in it for them. So I don't know, Mazzoni, if you want to add some color.
I do, and we didn't even rehearse that, but I feel like it's a great segue, because here's the other part of it. We talk about partnership, we talk about retail ready mindset, but Bill, one of the biggest things, and Corrine, you mentioned establishing an expectation and being able to deliver on that. So again, we have clients all throughout the country. There's dealers all throughout the country who invest a lot of money on advertising, and they create a sense of what the experience is going to be at the dealership. And then unfortunately, there's many times that they're not able to follow through on that. So the one element that I want to add is we're talking a lot about tactics. We're talking a lot about the creative that's outward facing the market, right? The paid dollars. But another thing about Stream that we feel is extremely important is internally, how are we fostering that retail ready mindset with the actual team on the floor in the dealership? So, I happen to be sitting in a dealership right now. If I were to walk out there and talk to the sales team and talk to the folks, like, do they know what the sales event is that's going on right now? Are they answering the phones with the proper word check? Like all of these things where if I'm a consumer in market and I saw the TV ad or heard the radio spot for this dealership, when I walk in, is there going to be that consistency and through line of message of what the specials are? So I think that's another really big part of when you're talking about retail ready mindset, when you're talking about the proactive planning, a lot of that as well is how do we help make sure that that gets down all the way to the porter that's moving a vehicle. It really is that important when you talk about building a great brand that everyone understands what it is that they're getting behind.
Yeah, I think too, like from a marketing standpoint, as a former CMO, is you need to have an offer that converts before you promote something, right? So like, hey, we're going to do all these ads, we're going to put, offers up, we're going to put your slides up, etc. But if you don't have an offer that converts, or you're not building a brand, it makes very difficult for your advertising to actually work, or you to be able to measure whether or not that it is working. So I think that's where the creative can help come in, creating those hooks, those why buys, creating that consistent, that's the other thing with the retail ready, with the consistent branding of creative is also shown throughout your virtual showroom on your website. And then when you go into your showroom, is it consistent the way that your folks are talking about it? That is all the, retail ready mindset. And I just think it's like every month, you don't go out and hire new people or, your dealership is running, and you couldn't take time to kind of like get set back up for 5 days in that month, right? The doors need to be open and you need to be ready to sell cars. Why would your website or your advertising be any different? And I think that's where the retail ready mindset comes into play in that partnership.